right, Parrish. I know that you're just bluffing. Put down the gun, and we'll talk this over, all right?
No. I'll do the talking and you do the listening. Now call your dogs off of me, Whitney, because I'll tell you something right now. Any investigation of those foreign bribes is going to be just as damaging to you as it is to me.
I'm not the one who made those bribes, Parrish. You are, you and your cohort. Now, it's not going to be difficult to prove either that you acted independently. Who do you think the authorities are going to believe anyway, you or me? Besides, that's not what this whole thing is about anyway, is it?
Oh, yeah? How come?
You just used those bribes to cover up your own grand larceny, and Spencer can prove it. Now, you've gone too far this time, Parrish. You painted yourself into a hole, and there's no way you're going to get out.
Oh, I'll get out. Don't you worry.
No, you won't. It's too late now, and you're just getting yourself in more trouble because you're going to add assault with a deadly weapon to your charges. Only that weapon isn't quite so deadly. You see, it's not loaded.
Wrong, Whitney. Look. Now, I'm taking your little friend with me. And I'll tell you something right now. Any sign of any cops on my trail, and I swear to God, I'll kill her. Now, you, open that door and get out. Move! Move!
Look, Chief, I hate to tell you this, but we just got the word on Barbara Montgomery's ex-boyfriend. I'm afraid it's not going to cheer you up any.
I'm not liking the sound of this, Tyler. He was my only suspect.
Well, you better put him at the bottom of the list.
You sure you got the right guy now? They just broke up about 2 weeks ago?
No, he's the guy, all right. We talked to Barbara's grandmother in Springfield. She's in a nursing home there. She says Barbara used to write about this guy all the time. His name is Bill Dunleavy. And Barbara's neighbors confirmed that this guy was a frequent visitor to her apartment.
Well, how can you be sure you got an accurate description?
Well, he's pretty hard to miss. He always wore a uniform.
A uniform?
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me this guy was a cop.
No, he drives an ambulance at Monticello General Hospital. Look, Chief, Calvin and I went over there, and the guy admits that this breakup occurred, but he says it was amicable.
Well, of course. What would he say?
Look, Chief, he said there were tears but no violence. I'm sorry, but he's got a perfect alibi. I mean, he was on duty when this whole thing happened.
Just no way that he was responsible for this.
Great. This was my only theory. All right, I'm just going to have to come up with another one. Thanks for calling, Tyler. Come up with another one, all right. Mallory.
Chief, this is Sky Whitney. I need your help.
Why, what's the matter?
I'm upstate, Lake Waterbago. I know it's out of your jurisdiction, but something has happened here. The local police are working on it, but frankly, I don't have too much faith in them.
Well, does this have anything to do with our Cameron project?
Well, in a way it does, yeah. You see, I brought Valerie up here to spend the weekend with me, and someone showed up, an ex-employee of mine, someone we were forced to fire, and he wanted to argue with me about it. He pulled a gun on me.
Wait a minute, are you saying this guy threatened you with a gun?
Look, the man is out of his mind, Chief, but that's not the worst part.
When he left, he took Val with him as hostage.
Please, look, this isn't going to do you any good to take me with you. You can't get away with this, so why don't you let me go?
Hey, you're my security blanket, miss, so just keep driving.
Well, tell me at least where we're going.
Just away from here, that's all. As far away as possible. So keep on driving.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Pampers. America's mothers trust their babies to Pampers Dryness. And by mountain-grown Folgers, mountain-grown coffee, the richest kind.
Hey, Ed, what'd you use an automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Great.
What do you use in the automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Delicious.
Mrs. Olson, what did you use? Oh, Folgers flaked coffee.
Nothing's better in these coffee makers.
Where's that?
Folgers is mountain grown, the richest kind of coffee. It's a coffee recommended by Mr. Coffee, the best-selling coffee maker.
And it's flaked?
Flaked to release more rich flavor, so you use less. If you normally use 5 measures, you only need 4 of Folgers flaked coffee.
delicious.
Mountain grown Folgers. That's how good coffee makers make great coffee.
I'm savings director of the McBride family. My job is to stop waste. Like cutting off the outlaws at the pass when no one's watching. Tough job, because I want what's right for my family. That means cushion quilted Pampers. I've tried bargain brands. Pampers help keep my Sally a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wet a Pampers and the average bargain brand. Wait a minute. Slip in a blotter. Pampers cushion quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Howdy. Howdy. On this ranch, sheriffs wear hats. Deputies wear Pampers.
They sure help keep her drier.
Cushion quilted Pampers helps keep a little baby a lot drier.
Gee, I sure wish you guys could have been here a half an hour ago. We could have used a little police protection.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Did you girls get robbed your first day in business? That would have been discouraging.
No, it wasn't anything like that. Some woman came in here a while ago. It was somebody that Mitzi knew and didn't like her very much.
I thought Mitzi liked everybody.
I think I can think of one exception.
Oh, don't tell me it's Nora Fulton. I can't believe she would even come in this place anymore.
Yeah, well, she's certainly taking her life in her hands, eating here with Mitzi being one of the new owners.
God, she was awful. You should have heard with the things that she was saying to Mitzi. But Mitzi, she held her own. I'll say that much for her.
Yeah? Good for her. I think I'll go talk to her about it. Excuse me.
Mitzi.
Well, hi, gang.
Oh, hi, Calvin. Good. You know what we need? A coffee. You tell Mitzi to quit getting so worked up.
It's about Nora Fulton, isn't it? Poppy was just telling me.
Calvin, I wanted to throw her out. I had every right to throw her out. He says I didn't.
That's not what I meant, really. It's just a point of law. You can't do things like that.
It's in the menus. It says you have the right to refuse to serve anyone.
Of course you can if you have good cause. If somebody is loud or disorderly or drunk or disturbing the other patrons.
Dee Dee, you can't discriminate against anyone just because you dislike them.
Cliff, I didn't say I dislike Nora Fulton. I despise her.
Wait, hold on. Will somebody tell me exactly what she did that's got everybody so upset?
Nora just came in here and ordered dinner, that's all.
Ha!
Well, you know, this is a public place. She's perfectly within her rights.
Yeah, well, was she in her rights when she raided me over with her car outside the door?
Now, Mitzi, we never did really prove that. I mean, not that she did it intentionally.
Calvin, of course she did. Sid told me she did. And when she came to visit me that day in the hospital, she came to gloat. And when she came today to visit me, she wanted to see if I was limping around.
All right. I'll admit she was pretty nasty here, but Mitzi, you got your revenge. I mean, she left really quick. Mitzi made sure she got the entire order wrong.
You did.
I am pleased to announce that that woman got absolutely nothing that she ordered. And as long as I'm co-owner of this restaurant, she never will.
She'll probably catch on, though, and then she'll order things that she doesn't want.
I think she caught on already. I mean, when she left here, she looked like she was so mad she had smoke coming out of her ears.
And if she comes back, I'm going to serve her an arsenic sandwich.
Come on, take it easy. I mean, it's not as if Nora Fulton doesn't already have enough enemies in this town.
Well, she's got a few more. In fact, we could start a fan club.
How about a lynch mob?
No.
Hey, Mitzi, look, why don't you just forget it, okay? I mean, this is supposed to be a happy day for you guys. Don't let Nora Fulton spoil it. That's probably just what she wants. I'm not kidding myself. I'm not going to get it all out of books. In fact, even the books say that the one thing that you can expect in this business is the unexpected.
Well, I'm not going to worry about it, you know. In fact, I think you're going to be writing the book yourself pretty soon. How I Made $1 Million in the Restaurant Business.
I'll send you an autographed copy. How's that?
Oh, thank you.
In fact, I'll dedicate it to you.
Oh, well, you don't have to go that far.
Why not? I'm doing it for you. You know that.
Look, Poppy.
I know. You don't like hearing it, right? Because you want me to do it all for myself. Well, I can't. It's just not the way I am. I just can't do anything all for myself. I've got to be doing it for somebody else. Weird, huh?
No, it's not weird at all. You just happen to be one of those people who has a lot of love to give.
Darn right. Well, what good is being happy if nobody cares that you're happy? And what good is making a lot of money if you've got nobody to spend it with?
Don't worry about it. When you're picking up your Rolls Royce, I think I'll be there at the showroom with you.
You know what I mean, though, Damien. I know you do.
Poppy, I just want you to be happy. I want you to have a lot of fun.
Oh, I am. I really am. In fact, this is more fun than anything that I've ever done in my whole life. I mean, who would have ever thought that a person could actually enjoy working? I swear. This is more fun than anything I ever did. Well, almost anything.
Please sit down, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
Thank you.
Frankly, I don't know why you thought this visit was necessary. We've already discussed the subject in detail.
Obviously, we haven't, judging from our last telephone conversation.
I don't see why you're annoyed. If anyone has a right to be annoyed, it's me. And the medical review board. I mean, in the first place, your husband fails to answer the charges against him. And then you conceal his reasons for not doing so. The fact that he spent the night in the apartment of his former nurse.
If you would please listen to me, Mr. Cooper.
No. You're the one who should listen. Here you are, filled with indignation over the wrongs done to your husband. And the truth is, you've done wrong.
I beg your pardon.
Admit it. You didn't say anything to me about your husband's involvement in the terrible beating that put Barbara Montgomery in a coma.
I would like to know how you know that.
How do I know? Because I had the good sense to invite Nora Fulton to come see me.
Why are sinus headaches a special problem for Claudia Foley?
My head swells, and there's a lot of pressure. It hurts. If I found a sinus medicine that didn't make me drowsy, I'm sure I would take it.
So we're giving her a sinus medicine with an advantage, Sinead. It relieves sinus pain and pressure without making you drowsy.
It's amazing to me. I feel much better after using the Sinead. The congestion's gone. I don't feel drowsy now.
Relief, yes. Drowsiness, no. That's the Sinead advantage.
I feel really good.
No A1 steak sauce for my hamburger? Miss, some A1, please. Imagine a great place like this without A1 on the table.
Yeah.
Nothing like it on hamburgers.
You bet.
After all, what is hamburger? Chopped ham, it's chopped steak. What's better on steak than A1? A1 makes hamburgers taste like steak burgers.
I know, that's why I always have it at home.
So why settle for less when you eat out?
You're right. Miss, some A1, please.
A1 makes hamburgers taste like steak burgers.
Ask for A1 at your favorite restaurant.
I knew it was Nora. I'm sure she took great pleasure in describing my husband's animal brutality in lurid detail.
The woman came here at my invitation. I merely wanted to hear her side of the story regarding the attempted rape.
There was no such thing.
During the discussion, I learned of the involvement of your husband with his former nurse.
He is not involved.
He spent the night in her apartment. Can you deny that?
The only reason he was there was because Nora Fulton brought him there.
Surely a big, strong man like your husband couldn't be taken anywhere against his will.
He wasn't well. And she had assistance. All right, he was drunk. You can hold that against him. Although I'm sure that more than one physician has gotten drunk on occasion, including supervisors of medical review boards.
I never drink, Mrs. Kavanaugh. But that's not the issue. The issue is much larger than that.
Yes, I agree with you. The issue is truth and lies.
Exactly. And if it was not for Miss Fulton...
Miss Fulton lives on lies. Ask anyone in this town. Ask Chief Derek Mallory. Ask Mike Carr. He's the district attorney.
She told the exact truth. I asked the police. Your husband was in that apartment.
Did she also tell you that she brought him there?
Yes, she did. She said that he refused to come home. So she took him to the apartment of his former nurse in an effort to sober him up.
Oh, my God.
And Miss Montgomery tried to help, which was admirable, considering her arbitrary separation.
You have swallowed every single lie.
And apparently, while he was there, he decided to ask his nurse to change her story about the incident that took place in his office. And when she refused, he became violent.
You are far too gullible, Mr. Cooper. And you seem particularly so when it comes to women, including your wife.
Everett, have you seen my embroidery bag? Oh, I didn't know that you had company.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you. My name is Nicole Kavanaugh. I'm the wife of Dr. Miles Kavanaugh.
Oh. Well, excuse me.
No, wait. Please don't go. You'll be doing me a very great favor. and some other people, including your husband, if you would only admit the honest truth about what happened when you went to visit my husband at his office.
Really, Mrs. Cavanaugh, this is ridiculous.
You know very well that my husband made no advances towards you. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just asking you to admit that maybe you misunderstood.
Everett, what is this woman doing here? Why is she saying these things to me?
Mrs. Cavanaugh, I think it best that you leave.
Mrs. Cooper, you have no idea what you have done to my husband with this irresponsible statement.
So you are calling me a liar. Everett, are you going to stand there and let me be called a liar in my own home?
Mrs. Cooper, please.
Your husband did exactly what I said that he did, Mrs. Cavanaugh. And personally, I hope that my husband's recommendation to the review board will be accepted, as I'm sure that it will be.
What recommendation? What recommendation, Mr. Cooper?
Until this is cleared up, I am recommending the suspension of your husband's license to practice medicine.
Here's Mommy!
No, Douglas, that's Grandma.
The little one with the cuddly blanket's me. Grandma sure made life soft for me. She only washed my blanket in ivory snow. It's made from pure, gentle soap, so it helps keep a baby's things nice and soft. Now little Sarah's an ivory snow baby.
I want to.
Oh, what do you think?
Yay.
Ivory snow babies have always looked soft lives.
Soap? Nope.
When you discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed, you're gonna be feeling your best.
Zest is different from soap.
In water, you can see the tacky film soap leaves even after rinsing. Zest doesn't. Deodorant Zest is specially made to rinse without leaving sticky film.
Nothing comes between me and feeling so clean. I feel my best.
Discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed. You're gonna be feeling your best.
I'm feeling my best.
Every day, people face the moment of truth. The moment they decide if their dishwasher detergent did the job.
If I have to rewash the glasses.
Or didn't quite do the job.
Spots. I have to rewash the glasses.
Try Cascade. Most detergents can leave drops that spot, but Cascade sheeting action leaves glasses virtually spotless. Cascade's moment of truth
Look at that shine. Now that's beautiful.
is Cascade's moment of glory.
That's the whole story. I mean, Calvin and I were sure that this was going to be the answer. We were wrong. I mean, this ex-boyfriend wasn't even near Barbara's apartment when the beating took place. In fact, he was behind the wheel of an ambulance.
I'm sorry you're so disappointed, Damien.
And you know, this job has a lot of disappointments. I hope yours doesn't.
Well, I'm sure it won't always be easy. We might even go bust, who can tell? But it's still the best chance I ever had.
You know, Poppy, I've never seen you so happy.
Yes, you have.
Well, you know what I mean. And I think you and Mitzi are going to make it. I know you will.
Well, maybe. But not if I sit here all night talking to the customers, even the best customers.
Look, I'm telling you, that's exactly what I heard. Nora Fulton is no longer at the Whitney Mansion.
They probably got wise to her, Calvin.
They probably caught her stealing the silver.
You know, I wish you guys would get off this Nora Fulton kick. The woman could probably use a little compassion.
Oh, are you kidding?
Look, I don't know her personally, but she doesn't sound like she's very healthy to me or very happy.
Dee Dee, the trouble with Nora Fulton is she doesn't want anybody else to be healthy or happy.
It's true, Dee Dee. I mean, you can go along with putting up with psychotic behavior only just so long. After a while, when they hurt you, you got a right to get mad.
I suppose so, but it seems like a lot of wasted energy to me, Calvin. And Mitzi, you're going to need all the energy you've got to make a go of this place.
You're absolutely right. You guys, I am going back to work, and I refuse to worry anymore about Nora Fulton and her stupid threats.
Whoa, what was that?
Calvin, really, I'm too busy
No.
worrying.
What did you just say about threats?
Calvin, Mitzi slapped Nora.
You did?
Calvin, it is the first time I have ever slapped anyone in my entire life. Well, almost the first time.
So where do the threats come in?
Well, she said something about people who slap her, that they live to regret it.
Mitzi, I wouldn't take something like that too seriously.
Oh, yeah?
Mitzi.
Oh, boy.
That's because you don't know Nora Fulton, baby. I would take a threat from that woman very seriously.
See, this guy Parrish originally visited my house in Monticello. He wanted to talk to Spencer Varney, my business manager. See, Spencer was the one who originally discovered the discrepancies.
Discrepancies? What kind of discrepancies? Was this man embezzling money from you?
Well, yeah, he was, in an unusual form. I may as well tell you the truth. It's going to come out anyway. What happened was Parrish, along with one or two executives of a company I own, Whitney Machine Tool, they were making foreign contracts by offering bribes to government officials.
Was this at your instigation?
No, I've got evidence that proves I had nothing to do with it.
Never mind that now. Just tell me how it relates to what happened here.
I'm trying to. And if Spencer found out that Parrish was using this whole bribe business just to cover up his own larceny, what he'd do is he'd offer a particular bribe, and then he'd only give half of what he had reported. The other half he'd put in his own pocket.
Were you going to bring charges against him?
Yeah, I was. As soon as we had the facts together, I was going to go to my car.
Then Parrish found out what you were planning to do and came to try to talk you out of it.
When that didn't work, he resorted to threats.
Well, he's followed you up here to continue the argument.
Continued the argument with a gun he got from that wall.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky, Whitney. A lot luckier than Valerie Bryson.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hold on just a moment, would you please? I'd like you to speak to this man. He's one of the state troopers. Maybe you can find something out.
Sure. Hello, this is Chief Derek Mallory, Monticello Police Department. Who am I speaking to?
The name's Cooley, Chief. Well, we got a problem here.
So I understand, Trooper. Listen, has a description of his car been broadcast? I see. Well, from what I saw, it was just one road from the house to the main highway, about 15 miles long.
That's what we can't understand. Anyone using the road would go right in front of Hofstraw's grocery, and old man Hofstraw never misses a car passing by.
Well, maybe he was asleep. Listen, Trooper, thank you for calling. So long. You had no sign of the car. But something this guy just said makes me think that maybe they're taking too much for granted.
What do you mean?
Well, they're all assuming that he went right for the highway. If he had done that, he would have been there a long time ago.
Well, this all happened 2 hours ago.
Uh-huh. Look, I'm starting to think that maybe he didn't go towards the highway. He may be a lot closer than anybody thinks.
It just won't work.
Keep trying.
I've been trying for an hour.
You piled us up here deliberately, didn't you? You did it deliberately, huh? You think I don't know, huh? All right, keep trying.
This isn't going to do any good. It won't start. There's nothing I can do. Look, if you don't believe me, why don't you try it yourself?
Ooh, then maybe you can hold the gun for me, huh?
Please, I wish you would point that at me.
All right, get out of the car.
It's freezing out there.
You want me to try? I will. Now get out of the car.
The least you could have done was let me bring a coat.
Hey, look, you wanted me to try, right? Okay, stand over there. And don't try to run away, because if you do, you won't get 5 yards before I use this. Stop! Okay, the car is dead. So guess what? We walk.
February 3rd, you could be a winner when Daytime Dilemma returns. Here's how to enter. Send your name, address, and phone number to Daytime Dilemma. Post Office Box 1, New York, New York, 10046. Send in your postcards. We may be calling you to play Daytime Dilemma.
Robert C. Parrish, this is the car, all right, only where are they? He wouldn't have headed down the highway. He'd know he'd be spotted. He must have headed out in the woods.
This is really crazy. I'm not a Girl Scout.
Oh, stop complaining.
Oh, please, I can't go anywhere. I'm freezing.
You be quiet and keep moving.
No!
Parrish! This is the police! Stand right where you are!
Who the hell is that?
Now, don't take 5 minutes. a shotgun on the ground and your hands in the air.
That's Derek Mallory. It's the chief of police.
Don't come any nearer, or I'll shoot the girl!
Now, Parrish, you won't do any such thing. You shoot her, we'll have to shoot you. That's no good.
Oh, you're bluffing! There's no we! You're alone!
In America, to a fresh idea from Cracker Jack. New Cracker Jack Extra Fresh Popping Corn. It's made by the people who have popped more popcorn than anyone else in America. That's new Cracker Jack Extra Fresh Popping Corn. We vacuum pack our special kernels fresh as the 4th of July. They're popping tender, popping big, popping fluffy, popping tasty. It's fresh. From Cracker Jack, America's popcorn people.
This is Joan London. Next week, Jane Seymour, Willie Mays, and Mickey Mantle, plus Heather Thomas and Cher on Good Morning America.
Tonight, share Pinocchio's unforgettable adventure when he sets out to find a gift for Papa Geppetto in Pinocchio's Christmas, a holiday special for the whole family. Then the laughs go into overtime when a whacked-out basketball team shoots for the stars in The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Jonathan Winters, Flip Wilson, and Meadowlark Lemon star on the ABC Friday Night Movie.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, is Russia moving to make Afghanistan part of the Soviet Union? Pentagon correspondent John McWethy uncovers startling intelligence reports on Russia's plans for the future of Afghanistan. ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring
the hard sell war of the soft drink giants, the hard knock world of televised boxing. Find out who's winning, who's losing, and why in the new TV Guide.
Hello, everyone. I'm Connie Tom reporting from the Eyewitness Newsroom. At 5 o'clock tonight, we'll tell you what kind of Christmas it's been for local merchants. You probably won't be very surprised to learn that a lot of people waited until the very last second to do their Christmas shopping. And we'll have this report.
I'm Consumer Counselor Phyllis Eliasberg, and if you're doing your last-minute Christmas shopping, I'll show you some unlikely places to get gifts that you'll like.
We'll have all that, the holiday weather, and much more on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News. We'll see you then.
We want you, and we'll treat you right with Sam.
The Sam's Indulgence Package. It's whatever you want it to be. It's the good life with superstars and super sports. It's relaxing, exciting, and more for surprisingly little when your time comes this winter.
Come and get it at the Sam.
When it comes to treating you right, we don't play games.
Season's greetings from all of us